Hi, thank you so much for showing interest in this SHOPS Excel for Finance and Operations Analyst program. Now, you may have these questions, right? Like, how different is this course from other paid and free courses? And what is inside in this course? So, if you have these questions, I'm going to show you and help you clarify all these questions in the next few minutes. First of all, let's understand what is inside this course. Now, this is the list of courses that you will have access when you enroll in this program, starting from level 1. And right now, the Power BI program is not available. It is going to be launched in November. And if you are enrolling now, you are going to get access to this program as well. And this is only for students who are enrolling for the limited period. Okay. Now, what is inside in this program? So first of all, Excel level 1. What is inside Excel level 1? So in Excel level 1, let me go to the course details. And in Excel level 1, you are going to learn everything from Excel basics. And this is for people who are new to Excel. So you learn, understand Excel introduction, entering data into Excel, formatting text, numbers, and dates, working with the data like filtering data, sorting data, find and replace, copy and paste, paste special, cleaning and transforming data like text to columns, duplicate removal, data validation, consolidation, and then inserting objects, formulas and functions introduction, and final review, and then other items. So this is absolutely for Excel beginners. So once you complete level 1, okay, and it's not mandatory that you should complete level 1 and move to level 2. You can start with any module, okay, based on your current Excel expertise. Now, when you move to Excel level 2 module, what you are going to see inside? So Excel level 2 module is completely a project-based learning where you are going to learn, data preparation to dashboard. Okay, so here you will go through the different projects. First of all, project walkthrough. So there will be a project walkthrough, project files, and then in project walkthrough, let me show you here. See, in project walkthrough, I will take you through the different Excel files you'll be working with. And this is not a course where you are going to learn Excel with a very simple Excel file. As you can see, there are so many different files that you'll be working with, like budget, actuals, revenue, employee masters, project master, right? And that is the only way you can get real exposure and a real workplace experience. So once you understand the project, then you are going to start preparing your data and you are going to solve different problems. And once again, I'm not going to teach you Excel like, okay, what is VLOOKUP, what is XLOOKUP, and then show you a basic Excel example. Whatever problems you are going to solve in this course, it is going to be in the context of a project. And I'm not going to teach you Excel as a tool. I'm going to give you the problems. For example, when you solve the Excel text function, the very first problem starts with, okay, I want you to create a full name by joining the first name and last name. That's a very basic problem that I'm going to start with. Okay, and then you will slowly move to different functions like proper, trim, right, left, and dynamic extractions. So everything is in the context of a project problem. Okay, then once you complete the text functions, then you will learn date functions, and I'm going to give you, again, problems like, I'm going to ask you questions like year functions. How many employees joined in the year 2023, right? And then like quarter, how many, what is the total employees who are relieved in 2023 first quarter? So these are the questions that you need to solve, okay? So, and I'm going to, of course, I'm going to show you how to solve this problem step by step. And then you move on to number functions, and then you learn lookup functions challenges. And in lookup functions, you are going to learn everything like VLOOKUP, index and match, XLOOKUP with wildcard, XLOOKUP with multiple criteria. So again, all this in the context of a project problem. Okay, so like I'm going to show you problems like, I'm going to give you problems like, okay, populate, how to use XLOOKUP to populate manager names, populate week and weekday, basic XLOOKUP problems, and then, problems like this. What is the total employees under project leader Deepesh Jain? Okay, so you need to use not just one XLOOKUP. You may need to use the functions that you learned previously, like text functions, date functions you learned previously to solve this problem. So that way you get to, you get to apply multiple functions to approach the problem solving. And then, you learn how to, use XLOOKUP to populate the cost rate. And then what is the travel cost for project ID? So the problem will be like, what is the total conveyance cost for project ID PID002? No direct problem. You have to think through, okay, how I am going to solve this problem. And then you have to use a step-by-step approach to solve this problem. Okay, and then you will solve problems like, okay, calculate the monthly labor budget cost for each month. Okay, once you complete the lookup functions, then you move to logical functions, and you are going to learn simple if, switch, if with and or, nested if, so you learn how to use, how to use if for logical problem solving. And again, you learn how to build different forecast scenarios. For example, a simple scenario like, I will be asking you to calculate second half forecast for other expenses, assuming the software expenses are going to increase by 10% and other expenses will increase by 5%. So you need to calculate the forecast. And this is how, when you are on a call with the people like your finance manager or your manager or client, they will ask you to build these calculations, and you should be comfortable building these calculations. Okay, and from basic problems, you will move to very advanced problems, and you will solve problems like, I will ask you to build a forecast like, if the data center cost and project ID increases by 3%, if the license fee and project ID increases by 4%, another assumption, infrastructure charges and miscellaneous expenses increase by 4%. So you need to build a forecast scenario with all these forecast assumptions, and so you're going to build calculations like this. So you're going to, let me show you the calculations. Like, you're going to build formulas like this, and you will really master Excel formulas and functions at the end of this module. Okay, so once you master the data preparation for problems, functions, then you will learn how to summarize the data, and we start with the pivot tables. And again, I'm not going to show you very simple pivot table problems. I'm going to show you problems like, okay, I'll give you problems like this, where I will ask you to build summaries like, what is the second half 2022 versus first half 2023 other expenses cost? What is the variance in amount and variance in percentage between 1H versus 2H 2022? And you need to solve this problem using pivot tables. Okay, and then we will build a budget versus actual IT project financial analysis. You will start learning how to approach an MIS report. If a manager asks you to build a report, what questions to ask? How do you structure the report? Even if you are new to the role, you will be able to build any report step by step. So you will start with the MIS reporting introduction, and you will learn different approaches to MIS reporting. And then starting with, you will learn how to do the requirement analysis, how to, you do the designing and validation of the report. Let me show you here. How do you structure your report, extract and clean transform data like ETL, and then you will learn, how to do the KPI and the calculations, requirement analysis, understanding KPIs and calculations. How do you do your data study? How do you structure your report? And then how do you start, extracting, loading, and cleaning and transforming the data? How do you build your calculations, and how do you build your interactivity, and how do you format your report and do a final data validation? And then you start building the data visualization part, where I'm going to explain you the dashboard creation process, right from the requirement, analyzing your requirements, KPIs and KPI calculations, data study, dashboard structure, extracting your data, summarizing data, all these things step by step I'm going to explain you. So dashboard creation is not like putting some charts and graphs. You need to go through a step-by-step approach if you really want to build executive-ready dashboard in an MNC world. Okay. So I'm going to show you the step-by-step approach, right from client requirement, analyzing the data, wireframe, summarizing the data, how to create and why to create a storyboard, everything, and you are going to build a complete dashboard. So this module is going to be a completely project-based module, which you are going to learn from data preparation to dashboard, end to end, in a very practical way. So once you master this module, then we are going to go to level 3, where you are going to learn advanced dashboard skills. So this module is going to show you how to build a dynamic dashboard from client requirements, and you have this requirement analysis, and client is going to give you this requirement like this. Let me show you the client requirement here. So yeah, so you look at this. There are various client requirements, and one of the requirement is access control. And client says there are multiple managers, and each manager logs in with their user ID and password. And if the login details are correct, only then the manager can view their respective project dashboard. And the dashboard is populated based on the user ID and password, and only that manager can view only his or her dashboard views, and he won't be able to view other people's dashboards. So this is the client requirement. Now, how we solve this problem, right from studying the KPIs and calculations and preparing the data, and then building our calculations and logics, and finally building a dashboard that works based on individual user ID and password. And you will learn advanced techniques. You will learn how to apply filters in your functions, how to do the top end calculations. So this will really challenge your thought process and your technical skills. Okay, so this is what, and we are not using any coding here. It is all using Excel functions and formulas. Okay, now next, once you learn this, and then next you go to the finance module, and this finance module is basically going to help you to how to approach or how to use the different analysis tools, while working with the finance data. So again, you have the data here, different files here, and then I will introduce you to the different data sets. You will understand what are the different data sets here, like GL data, COA data, OPEX budget data, sales plan data, date table, and then you'll start preparing your calculation sheet. You start structuring your income statement. You start formatting your income statement, and then you build, analysis like vertical analysis. You start building analysis like a vertical analysis, horizontal analysis, different approaches to do variance analysis, and then you start building your trend analysis, and then you also build the operating expense budget versus actual analysis, and then you learn how to use the forecasting tools and what if scenarios, data table with 1 or 2 variables. How do you use solver with the constraints? How do you build the dynamic forecast scenarios? Because simple what if tools will not help you in the real world to build a dynamic forecast scenarios. So how do you arrange your data, and how do you build dynamic forecast, multiple forecast scenarios? And this is what completely focused on different approaches to analyze your financial performance. Okay, so after this module, and this is basically the module 4. And then once you complete this module, then you move on to Excel automation. So here, in Excel automation module, you are going to learn in Excel automation, you are going to learn, again, there are different source files here, and you will learn Excel financial reporting and automation introduction we start with, and then you will learn the project walkthrough, you learn how to get the data into Excel, and you understand about Power Query, how do you use Power Query for finance data transformation, you learn how to use data modeling techniques to connect different data sets, finance data sets, and then you learn some of the advanced data modeling concepts that you need to be aware of, right? And then you learn, start building the reports, like you build different reports, like how do you build an OPEX budget versus actual variance, like there are different reporting requirements here if you look at. Yeah, so you start building different reports here. Yeah, so you start building different reports. You learn how to automate the KPI calculations. You learn how to use Excel DAX to build automated calculations here. So you start building, DAX for automating your KPI calculations. Okay. So once you master this, you'll be able to automate any complex Excel reporting, requirement that you have. And right now we have only one case study here, and I'm going to include more Excel automation case studies. Okay. So you get access to all of that in the future. Okay. So this one module will save more than 60% of your reporting time. Okay, so this is what we have included. So if whether you're starting out Excel or whether you want to improve your Excel problem solving skills, whether you want to automate your reports, everything is covered from Excel basics to super advanced Excel level. And it is continuously getting updated with the new problems, new case studies, and new scenarios. Okay, so this is going to be your one place to refer to to continuously upgrade your problem solving skills, Excel skills, and automation skills. Now, we are going to add new courses. Like in November 2025, I'm going to launch a Power BI course, which is going to be a paid course. Okay, but when you join this Excel program, you're going to get access for free for that course. And that course is going to teach you how to use Power BI for revenue variance analysis and how to use Power BI for trend analysis and so on. And it's going to be a very amazing course that you are going to get along with this. And now, so I hope you understood how different the content is, how different this Excel course is, unlike the other, maybe other the YouTube videos, other courses, right? Not only that, it is not like I'm going to give you this course and then I will let you, learn on your own. See, this is an advanced level course, and I'm sure you'll get stuck. You'll have a lot of questions, and most Excel online courses won't give you an option to connect directly with the mentor and get feedback, clarify your questions. And in this Excel course, when you join the program, right now we have 2 weekly connects, and you can connect live with me, ask your questions, show me your progress. It's going to be an interactive session. Okay. Not only that, the students who are part of this program, if you're a working professional and you get stuck with an Excel problem at work, you can bring the problem and ideate with me. Okay, and you will have all my support. Now, you don't need to share with me the confidential information from workplace. You can bring the scenarios, or maybe you can explain the scenario with a sample data. Okay, so that is the support you are going to get from my side. Okay, when you enroll. Now, if you are willing to spend a few hours every week, and in the next 2 months, I will help you to build exceptional problem-solving skills, analytical skills, and logical thinking skills that you need if you want to move to advanced, data analyst or reporting analyst or FP&A, finance analyst roles, or if you want to become more effective in your current role to use Excel for complex problem solving, I'm going to help you to reach there. So this is all about the course. I hope you get a fair idea, and if you think this course is going to add value to your career, to your problem solving skills, then please enroll. And I will see you inside, and let's start working together to take your skills to the next level. So thank you so much. I'll see you inside soon. Bye.